Welcome to all of our AFS exchange students that are about to have an amazing year or semester with us in the United States attending an American high school. My name is Jill Warner. I am the AFS-USA Director of Educational Outreach. And with me is...
Hi everyone, my name is Ian Lewis and I'm the Director of our Participant Support Department here at AFS-USA. So as Jill said, we are going to just run through a very brief, informative slide of things that we see traditionally come up with our participants as they navigate the academic experience on program. So first and foremost, we expect all of our participants to fully participate in the academic aspects of their program. So let me outline what participation looks like in the US school system. First and foremost, homework. This is a big part of what it means to be a student in the US. Homework is assignments, coursework, papers, things that you're asked to do outside of school hours, or maybe even during school hours that carry over into outside of school hours time. Essentially, we expect that our participants complete their homework and any assignments they have been given on time and handed into their class as expected. Another aspect of participation in the US school system is asking questions. It is very important that you show interest, and the way that you show interest and the way that you show that you're participating in your academic program is by verbally asking questions. That means raising your hand if you don't understand something, asking for clarity. Also, it could mean asking for help where needed. So in other words, if you just don't understand the subject matter, or you just need the teacher to explain it one more time, or maybe you need the teacher to just speak a little bit slower, that is all totally acceptable and expected of you as a student in the US system. It is completely normal and not frowned upon to ask questions verbally and also ask for help. It's actually seen as a positive and something that will indicate to your teachers that you're eager to learn and that you're listening to what's being said. Also, another big aspect of participation is attendance. Attendance means showing up on time as expected to the classes that you've enrolled in. So in other words, if school starts at 8 and ends at 2, that means we expect that you're at school at 8 a.m. and that you are leaving school at 2 p.m. and not any time earlier. So that is what we mean when we say attendance. Additionally, participation in the US school system looks like you should be proactive and seek initiative to join things like sports, making friends, school activities. In the US system, the expectation is not that necessarily your host family or a teacher is going to say, I think you should do this sport, or I think you should sign up for this activity. They might, but the general expectation is we want you to, as an individual, say, I'm interested in these sports, or I'm interested in these activities like drama, like film, like whatever it might look like for you. And then find the appropriate individuals at the school that can help you sign up for those activities. So that's what we mean with being proactive. Also in terms of making friends and initiating conversations with friends. A lot of times, maybe the kids around you would be intimidated to approach you up front. So you are expected to then be the person that comes forward and starts a conversation. Being proactive in the US school system will take you many places and open up many doors for you. And so this is what participation and being proactive looks like in the United States. Now I'm going to pass it back on to Jill to go through some other points.
Great, thank you, Ian. So I would confirm everything that Ian just shared about being proactive and following through with all of those expectations in your school. So one thing that we want to make sure every student understands is that school relationships between AFS and the local school are very important. And you, as an exchange student, are the primary representative of AFS in your local school and community. Therefore, it's very important how you present yourself and how you engage academically and in the extracurricular clubs and activities. At the same time, it's important that you understand that when a local school has a policy regarding how they will enroll a student and what graduation or a diploma would look like for their exchange students, AFS will support those local school policies. For example, a school may choose to enroll all of their exchange students as an 11th grader, what we would call a junior, which means there is no diploma and a student will not walk in the graduation ceremony at the end of the year. And as much as we know what a fun experience that would be for you, if that is the policy of the local school, we do need to be respectful of those local school policies. And we ask that you, as the exchange student, abide by those same rules and policies that your school has. Okay. The same thing happens when the school helps you build your schedule for the semester or for the year. You may really want to take specific classes. It is possible that the school does not offer those classes, that those classes are already full, or that they don't allow exchange students to have access to those classes. And as much as you would want to take them, we ask that you be respectful of your school counselor, of your school administration, and you abide by the rules that they set forth and follow their guidance. So that means that you may not be able to take all of the classes that you had hoped to take while you're in the United States. Next, and kind of going along with that, is the idea that American high schools can be very, very different, even within the same city and the same state. So what that means is schools can be very different sizes. So when you get here and you meet your other local exchange students that are part of your local area, your school experiences may be very different from how many students are enrolled in the school, how large the school building is, and what the makeup of the students who attend the school are. Some of you may be the only exchange student in your building, and a lot of the other students in the building are all from one ethnic background. Some of you, even in the same state or same area team, may attend a school that is very large or has a large exchange student population or even has a large international student population with students from a lot of backgrounds where there's just a lot of diversity. And we cannot predict how every student is going to end up in each school, but we hope you will enjoy the experience and know that it is every part of the experience that you're having in an American high school will be unique to you and the things that you choose to participate in within that school. So on this next slide, just like we've been talking to you about how every school can be different, the same thing is very similar when we talk about what may happen related to COVID-19, because the rules and policies for school districts vary from one school to the next school and from one state to the next state. So some of you may be asked to wear masks to class or throughout the entire school day, and some of you may not. Vaccines may become required for certain schools in certain states, but not in others. There is a potential in any school that there could be a transition into virtual learning where students will receive their instruction from their teachers on the computer, and you would do that learning from home. That's what we mean by virtual learning. Also, we've seen a lot of schools throughout the United States build what we call an e-learning day into their school calendar. And that means maybe one day each month or 2 days each semester, students would be asked to stay at home, do their homework, and access all of their learning from their computer and turn all of that work in before they go back to school the next day. And they do that so that teachers can receive training and their professional development in the building while the students are doing their learning and learning how to grow academically and independently by doing some of that learning on the computer. And finally, there is a potential that schools may employ a policy regarding social distancing, which could look different, again, from every school and every classroom. So we hope what you can take away from this quick presentation about school realities in the United States is that there's a lot of difference. We ask that you not compare your school experience to other students because all of you are unique individuals and your school experiences will be just as unique. So please find the beauty in all of those wonderful differences. And we look forward to having you here during your exchange year.
And as always, if you have any questions or challenges navigating your school experience, you have a wealth of resources available to you. You have your AFS host family, your AFS local volunteers, other AFS students, and then any friends that you make along the way on program. So we really encourage you to use the resources available to you on program. Thank you so much, everyone.